Right. There is some developments happening right now in the Ukraine. A Nigerian student is believed to be boarding a train at the moment. It's about to leave, heading to Hungary. Let's take you there to that in a moment. But of course, Mpho, there's quite a number of African students we know are in the Ukraine at the moment, trying to get out. Nigeria, of course, have about 4,000 African students, last I checked, that are in the Ukraine. It's quite something. Especially for them trying to get back or get to safety, first of all.
Absolutely, especially considering the survival tactics that they've had to put in place. I mean, we've been speaking to a lot of African students in Ukraine, speaking about some of the big challenges. Of course, the priority is to get out of the country. And of course, we do now, having explored the dynamics on the ground, Michael, who is the student who is a Nigerian trying to get out of Ukraine, has been speaking about his frustrations in that country and amid the tensions that are underway. In fact, we will be speaking to him in a moment. He, in fact, joins us now. Michael, very good morning to you. How are you feeling as this moment is happening?
Well, I'm actually very, very tense right now, and we're just very skeptical here because we don't know what's going to happen. And the situation here is just really, really horrible, and we're all just finding a way out. That's all we're trying to do. As you can see, I'm actually at the train station in a city called Lviv in Ukraine, and we're trying to board a train right now with a lot of African students here, as you can see. I'm with my friend Wilfred. Wilfred, say hi. Hi. He's also Nigerian, and Leo, and he's also Nigerian too. With a couple of ladies too. Look at them, beautiful ladies. So we can't lose all these people. Like, you guys really have to come and help us because we don't know. We're trying to get across the border. You have to send all the support you can, any way you can. If it's maybe monetary, if it's maybe a flight or anything, because we're all trying to go to Hungary right now. And from Hungary, we're trying to move out of here. That's all we're trying to do.
Michael, we've seen on social media there are allegations that Ukrainian citizens are being prioritized on these trains to get out of the city, out of the country. Is that indeed the case, where African nationals are being pulled off in a place to give the Ukrainian citizens a spot?
Exactly. Actually, we are actually experiencing a lot of racism, especially at the Polish border, which is why most of us are actually choosing to go to Hungary right now, because like at the Polish border, they're actually giving priorities only to women and children of Ukrainian origin. Like those of African origin, they are not even helping us at all, literally, and it's absolutely horrible. My friend was here earlier, well, he was waiting here for like 5 hours. There was a train heading to Poland, and they refused him entry.
Take any blacks. The only two are the women
and children of Ukrainian origin, and that's it. And right now, we're just trying to get on the next train that's probably going to Uzhhorod, so we can go to either Slovakia or Hungary. That's the only option right now. But what we're experiencing here is just absolutely horrible, and you guys have to put the word out there because we need to leave this place as soon as possible.
And in terms of just general survival, I mean, obviously, as you fleeing a dangerous situation, you need to prioritize, your supplies. I mean, what are you eating? What is in your bag? And how are you moving around?
I haven't eaten in 2 days. Look, I fled my city just like yesterday in the morning because like I heard there was going to be an attack. And as I'm talking to you right now, they're actually attacking my city. And my city is like under serious attack. And I just left just with my emergency suitcase, and that's it, my documents, and that's it. I didn't even have time to take anything else. Nothing at all, just my international passport, my documentation, and that's all. We don't have time to even think of food. All we're trying to do is just to survive. That's all we're trying to do.
Michael, do you know if any students or any Africans have been at all injured during this conflict?
I have no idea if any Africans have been injured. I don't know anything about that. Like, all
Africans have gone missing.
There were some Africans, you say some Africans have gone missing.
Yeah, there are some Africans that have gone missing. The thing is, because no one is getting help from anywhere, and there are so many people stranded, we're just trying to do the best we can to get out of this nasty situation.
Are you getting any sort of assistance from the Nigerian embassy? I mean, we've seen a lot of interaction on that space.
Yeah, they've been sending a lot of information out there, and they're actually providing assistance across various countries. But the major problem is actually leaving Ukraine to go to those countries because while we're in Ukraine, the airspace is actually blocked and they can't fly in and get us out. So the only option for us to leave here is to fly to actually board a train or get a bus, get across the border, and then they can be of help. But to say they can be of help for us in Ukraine right now is just impossible.
And what are your families saying back home in terms of, you know, the communication lines and you updating them? They must be very worried about your livelihood.
I mean, my family is very worried. I'm not going to lie. They're very, very worried. But everyone is worried. But, like, there's nothing they can do. All they can do is just to send their prayers. And as you can see, their prayers are working. I'm still safe till now. I'm not hurt yet. And I just hope that I can just get across the border and just go home to Abuja and just see them as soon as possible.
Are you able to access financing? Are you able to get to money, ATMs, and perhaps use that to buy things that you might need?
Actually, ATM machines are not working. If you try to withdraw from the ATM, it shows error. So it's not working. ATM machines are not working at all. And most of the international transfers are not actually working. The only way you can actually have your money, if you have maybe money in cryptocurrency, then I think it's still working for you. Or PayPal, or maybe TransferWise or something. But other than that, like Ukrainian banks, most of them are already shut down. I think there was like a cyber attack on a lot of Ukrainian banks. And secondly, there's no place you can exchange money. So if you don't have money either in dollars or in euros, you're going to be stuck, literally.
Michael, from where you're standing now, as we speak, and you tell us exactly what's happening there, are you confident that you will be able to get across? Is it looking good from where you're standing in terms of really just getting across?
I mean, I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, I just want to be optimistic, and I'm going to give it a 6 over 10 right now. That's all I'm going to say. I can't really give you a higher rating for now.
Very well. All the best to you as we leave that conversation. Nigerian students and amongst other African students stuck, hoping to leave Ukraine. That was Michael Wayne, who is optimistic, describing the situation on the ground. It really is a survival mode that one needs to tap into, prioritizing what he needs to travel with, traveling light. And, of course, I suppose we will go back now as we continue with the developments here. Michael, if I can just ask you to show us, you know, if you can, just exactly what is happening in that queue and, you know, the number of people gathered there. We're getting a close look at how many people are hoping to leave there. A lot of them Africans stuck in Ukraine, pleading for help to exit the country amid the tensions and the Russian attacks.
Michael, are any of the passengers there already boarding the train? Do you have some sort of indication that you'll be getting on at least in the next couple of moments? I think we have just lost comms to Michael, but those are live visuals from the Ukraine. Michael Wayne, as well as a number of Nigerian students, they're trying to get over the border to Hungary, and he's just detailing his experiences to us, saying that they do believe that there are a number of African students that have gone missing. Of course, no confirmed reports on that, though. Michael Wayne, they will hopefully be able to check in with him a little bit later on throughout the show and just keep tabs on their travels and whether they are able to get out of the country into Hungary and into a plane, hopefully back to Nigeria.